Howdy, partners. Welcome back to another episode of Southern Weird and Wild. In episode 6, we get to hear from Martin. Martin tells his story of spotting the legendary cryptid, the Chupacabra, during a hunting trip in Arizona. Was it just a wild dog, coyote, or the real thing? We'll let you decide. Hang with us for the next 10 minutes. You're in for a treat. Sit back, relax, and enjoy Martin's eyewitness account of his encounter with the Chupacabra.
Hey folks, name's Martin. I'm 42, born and raised in the Southwest, been hunting these deserts since I could walk. What happened to me last October still keeps me up some nights. I'm telling it exactly as it went down. No exaggeration, no Hollywood. If you've ever been alone in the middle of nowhere and felt eyes on you that don't belong to any animal you know, you'll get it. Before I get to my hunt, you gotta know what the Chupacabra actually is. Chupacabra means goat sucker in Spanish, and the whole thing kicked off in Puerto Rico in 1995. March of that year, 8 sheep turned up dead in a pasture. 3 perfect puncture wounds in the chest, every drop of blood gone. No blood on the dirt, no drag marks, no big bite chunks missing like a mountain lion or pack of dogs would leave. Just drained. A few months later in Canovanas, a lady named Madeline Tolentino saw the thing with her own eyes. She described a 3 to 4 foot tall creature walking on 2 legs like a man, gray leathery skin, huge black eyes, almost no nose, a small mouth full of fangs, and a row of sharp spines running straight down its back. It hopped like a damn kangaroo. Smelled like sulfur and roadkill. After her sighting, over 150 animals, goats, chickens, cows, even dogs, got hit the same way. The name stuck after a radio DJ, Silverio Perez, started calling it El Chupacabra on air, and the legend exploded. It jumped to Mexico, then all through Latin America. By the early 2000s, it crossed into Texas and started moving west. Here in the Southwest, especially along the Arizona-New Mexico borderlands, the descriptions changed a little. Still hairless, still those 3-hole punctures and drained blood, but now people were seeing something more dog or coyote-shaped. Bluish-gray skin, bony ridge down the spine like a saw blade, oversized fangs, and eyes that catch the light red at night. Ranchers in southern Arizona have been losing livestock for years with the exact same wounds. Some folks swear it's an alien experiment that got loose near El Yunque rainforest in Puerto Rico. Others say it's straight-up demonic. The skeptics claim it's just coyotes with sarcoptic mange. Hair falls out, skin turns thick and gray. They get desperate and sloppy. I've seen mange coyotes, and what I saw that morning was no sick dog. Arivaca sits way down in southern Arizona. Tiny, unincorporated spot right near the Mexican border. High semi-desert grassland around 3,600 feet. Mesquite thickets, prickly pear, rocky outcrops, dry washes, and spots like the Buenos Aires National Wildlife Refuge nearby with its cottonwoods and seasonal creeks. Real remote border country quiet. I'd hunted there a dozen times for cuey deer, mule deer, javelina, even quail in the uplands. This trip I went solo. Left the house before 4 a.m., truck loaded with my Remington 308, 20 rounds, binoculars, headlamp, water, jerky, and a sleeping bag in case I stayed out. Drove the last stretch on dirt roads off Arivaca Road or Highway 286 in the dark. Parked at a pull-off near the edge of the grasslands, shouldered my pack, and hiked about 2.5 miles in before first light. Got to my ridgetop spot just as the sky turned pink. Big boulders for cover, perfect overlook of a wide sandy wash below, leading toward a little seasonal tinaja waterhole. I knew the deer funneled through there, settled in, glassed the terrain. Rabbits, a couple javelina way off, but nothing big yet. Sun came up warm, about 68 degrees by 9 o'clock. Then the desert went dead silent. No birds, no insects, even the wind stopped. That's when I knew something was wrong. I heard it first. Low, wet growl mixed with a hiss. coming from the left side of the wash, maybe 80 yards. Not a lion, not a coyote. Deeper, hungrier. I eased the binoculars up. At first I thought it was a big stray dog tearing at something on the ground. Then it stepped into a clearing and my stomach dropped. Hairless. Gray-blue skin stretched tight over bones. Spine looked like a row of knife blades. Stood maybe 3.5 feet at the shoulder on all fours, but when it reared up on its hind legs to sniff the air, it was taller than me. Red eyes, long claws, and it was sucking. Head buried in the neck of a young goat carcass, making this sick slurping sound. 3 dark holes already punched in the hide, body pale and collapsed like a deflated balloon. I didn't think, I just reacted. Quietly chambered around, rested the rifle on a rock, found the creature in the scope. 70 yards, broadside, perfect. Finger on the trigger, slow exhale, bang! Dust kicked up 2 feet in front of it, missed clean. Nerves or the scope shifted, I don't know. Its head whipped around and those red eyes locked straight on mine. Time froze. Then it screamed, high, raspy, like a goat dying and a bobcat fighting at the same time. Dropped to all fours and exploded into the brush, zigzagging faster than anything that big should move. I jacked another round and fired again. Second shot went wide into a cactus. By then it was gone, swallowed by the mesquite. I sat there shaking, rifle still up, ears ringing. Smelled something rotten and sulphury on the breeze. After maybe 90 seconds, I finally stood up. Made my way down slow, rifle ready. The goat was real. 3 puncture wounds exactly like the legend. Almost no blood left in the body. Tracks in the sand, not normal paw prints, elongated with drag marks from claws, and one clear set where it had stood up on 2 legs. I snapped a few phone pictures, but they're blurry as hell. Didn't dare follow it far. I'm not stupid. Backtracked to my gear, packed out fast, eyes on every shadow the whole 2.5-mile hike back to the truck. Kept thinking I heard branches snapping off to my right, staying parallel. Got home, showed my wife the pictures. She went pale. We called a local rancher anonymously about the dead goat, but never mentioned the creature. Who's gonna believe I missed a shot at the Chupacabra in Arivaca country? I've gone over it 1,000 times. Was it a mange coyote? Maybe. But I've never seen one stand up like that, move that fast, or make that sound. And those wounds, exactly like every Chupacabra report from Puerto Rico to right here in southern Arizona. If you hunt or hike in remote desert country, especially around Arivaca, the Buenos Aires refuge, or any of these borderlands, keep your eyes open. Go with a buddy if you can. And if something hairless with a bony spine and red eyes steps out, don't miss.
We really appreciate Martin coming on the show and sharing his Chupacabra encounter. I'm definitely going to have my rifle with me if I ever, and I may not, go into the desert in Arizona or New Mexico. It's already dangerous with the cartels, but now I have to worry about this killer cryptid dog creature. Well, that's a wrap for episode 6, and we hope you enjoyed it. Tune in next week for another episode of the Weird and Wild across the southern U.S. Later Gators.